I want to say, kindness and gratitude. What are you doing this time? What do you decide this time? Goes. So, in this life, then, while we have received a human body, precious human body, not only that, perfect human body, 8 freedom and 10 richness. That's the perfect human body to be able to practice Dharma to say. Among that one can practice. Then for everyone, and then those student culture. What? Huh? No. Okay. You were talking to the culture, huh?
Not this time.
Huh?
What culture?
Before.
Before.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, and President Lama, then this time to analyze, open your heart to open your heart, to closing open your heart, to analyze the world, to analyze the world, you see what exists in the world, to analyze. You open your heart, no closing. Closing doesn't help. Open, analyze, check, it helps. It helps to give you freedom, If you close, then it becomes the worms or ants or the animals, or the smell of hands. So like that. Or they create a cause to declare the cause and or for them to not have freedom, and to not have freedom for them. Yeah. And by analyzing, then you found the Buddha Dharma, see, something worthwhile for you and for others, for the world. For you, one living being, but for the world, who are numberless, others who are numberless, beneficial. You see? Yeah, something you can do most, you can do skies of benefit. Amazing what you can do. What you can do, this small body is mind, what you can do with it, that's amazing. Then what you can offer to numberless sentient beings, most amazing. So, the happiness of what you can buy others, happiness of this life, to what you can offer others, who are numberless beings, who need happiness, who do not want suffering. So to them, what you the one person can offer is happiness to numberless beings. Temporary happiness, happiness in this life. On top of that, with the Dharma, by learning that, by understanding that, by practicing that, by actualizing that, the happiness of future lives, longer future lives, not just future lives, future lives, So the edge, is not as my defected speech. So future lives, so lives. Future lives. Not just 3 lives time, not just 10 lifetimes, not future lives. So can you imagine, until you are free from samsara, the continuation of taking birth and, birth and death. So until you break this, until you cease cause the suffering. True cause of the suffering. Or the Gunjung, the Gunjung Demba, the all rising cause, they cause the suffering. The karma and delusion, that are Nyamamba, karma and delusion, or the delusion. See, that root, the ignorance. Sometimes the ignorance. Timu denzen mariba. Timu ignorance. Denzen mariba. Denzen holding ignorance holding true existence. Holding the I action, object, phenomena are truly existent, while they're not. While the I action, object, or the phenomena are totally empty. Totally empty. But empty doesn't mean cheta, negation, the nihilism. I'm not saying that. Not nihilism. And everything, while everything, action, object, all the phenomena are totally, while they are totally empty, empty what? Empty of what doesn't, empty of what doesn't exist. Empty of what doesn't exist. What doesn't exist in reality. But appeared existing from its own side. I, the subject, action, an object, all the phenomena appeared as they exist from their own side. As they exist from their own side. Existing from its own side. Existing by its nature. Existing by its nature. Exists, truly existing. Everything, I, action, object, all the phenomena truly existing. Appeared in that way to one's mind, hallucinant mind. Appeared to hallucinant mind like that. Then one appeared. Next one, and one believed. First appeared, second appeared to the hallucinant mind, and on top of that, one believed. The mind believed. The true real is true as it is reality. True. All this I, this real I, exists from inside, exists by nature, truth is real, actions real, objects real. So everything, from morning until night, from birth until death, from beginningless rebirth, from beginningless rebirth into the until one achieve, until one become Buddha, until one achieve full enlightenment. All that. Say, believe it. Say, what does it say? Appears. eye, action, observe, everything appears truly, truly existent. It's a power size by nature. Real, appear. Then 100% believe in that, which is not true, which is that. The appearance completely false. Completely false. Like dream, like mirror, like mirror, mirage, like mirage. Like magician person, illusion you. The magician person has some material or the mantra or something, you see, illusion people. Illusion people, you see. There's senses and then illusion people's mind. So illusion you. So so you see, I mentioned here, perhaps I was talking this point. So, one of the meditation in daily life, our emptiness, renunciation, bodhicitta, right view, the heart, the very, very, very heart of Buddhism, or Indian Buddhism. So one of the meditation in daily life, in the busy life, on the meditation in the daily life, in busy life. So this, the ignorance, the magician person, your ignorance is like the magician person. Then the leaves imprint in the mind, the ignorance holding things as true accident. After it appeared true accident, believing true accident. Your ignorance is like magician person. Leaves negative imprint on the mind. So the magician person has some material or mantra or whatever to illusion people. So negative imprint left on the mental continuum. So then they project out. They project out that negative imprint. Project out, like a movie film or the nigger rolls. You see, I have taken many pictures, you know. So put in the machine and the electricity. So they project on the movie screen. It projects on the movie screen, you know, screen. Project movie screen, see. So like that. You get the imprint. Collected so many that but continue. So I think it projects. It has been projecting from beginningless rebirth, you know, until the mind is completely pure. There's subtle obscuration, subtle obscuration. That gross and subtle obscuration, negative imprint, subtle obscuration, shedding, the obscuration to fall in the mind. So until we remove that, until we completely remove that, and this become omniscient mind. This medical that time, then omniscient mind, fully angled mind. Also, into that time, all the projecting from beginner is about projecting, truly existent hallucination, truly existent hallucination. So this meditation, this one meditation, choosing most busy life, you see how to meditate. One meditation, one technique, meditation, say, the right view. Renunciation, Buddhist, the right view. So, the appearance is from beginningless rebirth, projection, hallucination. We have from beginningless rebirth, say, intermediate enlightenment. But they believe, 100% believe, it's true. This is reality, or this true action I, true action, true action Lama. So, generally speaking, yes. When you, generally speaking, when you realize that when you realize that this is false, the view is false. I, action, object, all false. So when you, this is what is negated, negated. But this I, real I, is what to be negated. The minute you come to know this is what doesn't exist. See. This is what to be negated. You know, this existing from its own side by its nature, truly existing, recognition of that. Recognition of that. The minute when you recognize that, then just a minute, then just a second, then analyze. As soon as you recognize, and then you analyze. Then you analyze whether it exists not. You analyze, and then you see. Then just a second, you find it doesn't exist at all. It doesn't exist at all. You see, it's like this. It's not losing away. It's not going away through the door, window, something. Go out, not like that. I never have the concept and going through the window door, being scared and going out because you analyze. Not like that. So you're holding like this concept I. The real I is this from sight, real I. You've been believing from beginningless rebirth, from beginningless rebirth, from this birth, from this one. Believing that really exists. It's really there. Suddenly, so, no? Even though you have been reciting the words, Buddha's teachings, and I say ultimate truth. Ultimate truth, and this I what exists. Truth was also mind, truth temper. So truth. All the even reading, reciting, reading. But now, and then suddenly you recognize the hallucination. What's I? Suddenly you recognize. So due to sport, due to great collections of merits, so much merit, sport, there are so much collection of merits, and purifying defilement, nirkama, purify the obscuration. Some intense practice of purification. And with that, request to the Guru, or the strong faith, dauntless faith, strong faith to the Guru as Buddha, regarding Buddha, strong devotion, request to Guru, regarding the Guru, strong request. Due to strong request to Guru, strong Guru devotion, Buddha, the Guru is a Buddha, and then, that. Due to that, so, due to that, the blessings of the Guru enter in your heart. Blessings of the Guru like rainfall from the clouds, the rainfall. Blessings of the Guru enter in your heart. The ground, your heart. Then you see, they also mentioned even there is not too much meditation, but just if it's one strong purification, intensive purification and practice, and strong collecting merits, support merits so much, and very, very strong good devotion. Yeah, praying, requesting Guru, good devotion by looking at the Buddha, seeing Buddha. By from your side, by looking at the Buddha and seeing as a result, the seeing Buddha. So then, yeah, then you receive blessing. Then that time, then that time, even little meditation, even just 2 words, not many hundreds, 1,000 pages, but even two words from the Lama speech, those enlightening speech, Lama's word, even 2 words. Makes big sense. Makes big sense. It's like knot, knot. And suddenly you find out the way to release. And then you come to the technique, the secret technique, and can release the knot, which is not for you, for the knot from beginningless rebirth, so the knot, so suddenly you can, so say, so see, so something like 2 hours, isn't it? I see. There's a verse permitting the Pumeva. There's a verse existing on the verse. Verse is a container verse, but there's a verse on the verse. There's blue color, so similar. There's blue color on the blue color. There's eye on the eye. So then there's an eye on the eye. That's the word. Completely. You see? Realize what it means. Eye on the eye. So I think like this. The eye is a mid-level eye. What exists? On the eye. So eye on the eye. Second, eye on the eye. On is mid-level eye. Then next eye, I say, eye on the eye. So the first eye on the eye on the eye, on that mid-level. But the first one, eye on the eye. That one is projected. That's the eye which doesn't exist. Not there at all. It appeared truly existent. Exists, yeah, from its own side exists by nature. So eye on the eye. So suddenly you realize, this what to be negative. and suddenly see, suddenly you look at the tangas. There's tanga. This is called tanga, you know. So like blue colors around is bracket, because of bracket or something you call. Yeah. So the blue color on the blue color. Exactly stand. The ceiling, look at the ceiling. Ceiling, now you see ceiling, there's ceiling on the ceiling. Ceiling existing from inside. Now different. Where you see the ceiling, where you see the blue color, where you see the eye, which you have never seen before in your life, from beginnings. From beginnings to birth. Now, very different. See, the way you see the ceiling is different than before. Ceiling, the ceiling. Sorry about that. So suddenly the two are just, from experience Lama. Suddenly, then I say, then I guess I'm not sure there. Guess this is what Lamas does, what they work, what they experience, what they. So suddenly, so something would depend. Say the. If this exists, Atha is as one with the aggregates. The aggregates form, feeling, cognition, compound aggregates, conscience. So it has to be one with this, or exists separately from this. So you see, if anything exists, it has to be one with the aggregates, or exists separately, I guess. Anything. Like that. So just in the that the cell analysis exam, you just begin a little bit. You just begin think. You just begin a little bit analyze. You just begin a little bit. Suddenly, I think those who are thinking for. Lamas would, had experienced all the them like that, me, I think that have to so much purification, so much practice, so much purification. Then can realize that the other lamas is so there are just a little analysis. Other is one or exists separately. So just learn. So just from very beginning, this is what you negated. You got ideas. So little, so it begins start to begin. Then then this suddenly, as you whole, realize, you see, suddenly, just there, suddenly, there's nothing there. Suddenly, lose. No losing somewhere. And that's as if people draw window, escape. No. So, no. Suddenly there's nothing. Suddenly, your mind, there's nothing to hold on. There's nothing to hold on to. Suddenly there's nothing. Nothing to hold on. Nothing to hold on. There's nothing to hold on. So it has been empty from beginning to rebirth. There is such real there. From beginning to rebirth. From this morning, from birth, from this morning. There's nothing to hold on. So the expression, looks like there's something in the real eye, or real eye. This is called real eye, existing from inside, truly existing from within. So when everything comes, such a intense purification practice, and sport, collect marriage, and good that regarding them Buddha, and regarding Buddha with quotations, and then and seeing Buddha as the result of seeing Buddha, then that causes to receive blessing, the Guru. That causes to receive blessing of Guru. And that becomes cause of the blessing of the Guru is the cause of the realization. That was cause of the realization. So all these come together. All these come together. Then things works. Things doesn't much effort. Just then the awareness, just realization, just comes. So anyway, those are Lama, those realized beings, realized shunyata emptiness. So as soon as I start to analyze, suddenly there's nothing to hold on to. Suddenly there's nothing to hold on to. So it has been holding time without beginningless. Time without beginningless. Hold. There's not now. There's no hold. So then it is said that even the Lord Bodhisattvas, then great fear rises. Great fear rises. So I probably maybe the fear is maybe differently afraid of tiger or snake, or I think maybe something deeper fear. Maybe deeper, not just like that. I think deeper. Because this I, you even believe from beginning is rebirth, and mind has to be accustomed habituation to believe there is a real I from beginning to end. So of course, now you realize the truth. So of course you get fear. Of course, because you've been believing not from birth, not from how old are you are, how old you are, not from rebirth, from beginning to rebirth. Not the beginning. So mind goes so used to believing the real I. So it looks like the fear comes from, looks like the fear come very inside. Look, fear from very inside. Very deep fear. Very, very deep fear. But, of course, most worthwhile. Most worthwhile, you have to go through that, through the fear. Oh, suddenly, if you stop suddenly, or then you cheat yourself. Then big cheating, because again to come back to that, again to come back, maybe total realization emptiness didn't happen, and to come back again not easy. Not easy to extensive, not easy. So to say. So that you cheat yourself, then you block. By realizing emptiness, by completing this experience, then you're able to realize the emptiness there. Total absence of this real I, which never exists from beginning to birth. Never exists. Which believe in this, which happen this ignorance, which doesn't exist. So while it doesn't exist, empty, believing that belief. So this has been root of the delusions. Attachment, anger, the ignorance, and the other type of ignorance, all the cause of all the delusions and karma, what is karma, and then they reincarnate in the hell, hunger, the animal, human being, sura, asura, the six realms, and suffer. Born and then experience all the sufferings again. So we have been suffering from beginningless rebirth, from beginningless rebirth. That meaning of that word is not easy. It's something very frightening. Beginningless rebirth. We're thinking carefully. More we think of that, can't wait even a second without realizing emptiness. More you think of beginningless rebirth, can't wait even a second without realizing emptiness. So what cut the root of suffering is by realizing emptiness. Others, you have wrong concept, the ignorant. So, suffer continuously. Like we have been suffering from beginningless birth, now we will be suffering like this, endlessly. Endless samsara. Endless samsara. Endless samsara. You suffer. You suffer, others in them will suffer. You know? So, the other, you suffer, others in them suffer. Because your happiness, your survival, your happiness depends on others. Completely depends on others. Other sentiments. They will suffer for your happiness. They will suffer for your happiness. That, there. When we take birth, how much the mother has to suffer, how much pain, how much the mother has to suffer. So then we have happiness, comfort of having this building, not being in this building. Never have protection, never happiness, comfort. So when this build, when they fertilized, imagine insects, sentient beings, living beings, sentient beings, can't. Worms and insects, can you imagine how many they have died? When you fertilize, make ground. Huh? What?
When you lay the foundation.
Unbelievable they have died. Wow. So like that. So much, people building and the hot sun and wow, many problems, They have to be They have to be They have to be as far as the comfort, way of comfort, being in a house, so they died, they were killed. Or then be so much difficulties building. And then food, and then normal I say one rice, what makes us survive, to allow to practice Dharma, yeah? What happiness for us, happiness for others, enlightenment for us, not only you, for a number of sentient beings, Okay, so you can do this because, the other sentient kindness, you're able to survive, yeah? So one rice, this one rice, what you eat today, one rice. That for this one rice. So, yeah, and continuity of this rice. So this, where this came from the field, see? So to get this one rice, can you imagine? So many sentient beings had been killed, they died. Other sentient beings had been hardships, working for this, growing this, working for this. So many times working for this, different times they have to work for that, So all unbelievable suffering, so many sentient beings to die for that. Then the continuity of this rise came another rise. And so many sentient died and killed and died and suffered. And then that rise came another rise. Wow, so like that, this rise continuity, if you think, wow. Can you imagine how, numberless and died, killed and suffered. Amazing. If you think continuity, this one rise, continuity. Wow. Can't stand to think more continuity. Unimaginable. Some cinema, numberless cinema died, suffered. Wow. So like this. Now the whole cup, whole plate of rice. I was drunk only one rice before. Now the whole plate. Can you imagine? Wow. So, if you think well, this is one cup of rice. I mean, this life, how much we been eating rice? Wow. Today, just lunch, one plate rice. Wow, this just the only thing, one lunch. Wow. Numberless sentient suffered, died, killed, walked, made hardships. Wow. Just only just lunch, without thinking about this, the other times. Can you imagine? Unbearable, most unbearable to eat. So this how we survive is by kindness to others. By kindness to others, we're suffering, being killed, died, dead, suffered. But their kindness, and then we're able to survive, and then able to practice Dharma. Highest yourself achieve enlightenment, then cause also them to achieve the enlightenment. Not happiness of future lives. Happiness, future lives, and then for yourself, then the present Dharma, and then the present Dharma, then the ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, and then full enlightenment. Then not only that, you cause others, numberless sentient beings, you cause numberless sentient beings. Happiness is alive. happiness of future lives. You cause all numberless things. Happiness of future lives, you cause them. You cause them, you cause them ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, and they cause samsara. You cause ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, cycle existence, the cause, karma existence. So you cause ultimate happiness. So numberless sentient beings, numberless helping, numberless animals, numberless human beings, numberless suras, asuras, Then you cause full enlightenment, fully awakened state, full enlightenment. Wow, you cause all the sentient beings. Connection. Oh, wow. So, what you can do. So, So imagine, can you imagine, after eating this one plate of rice, never waters, even do not work for your ultimate happiness. Your own ultimate happiness, no. Free from samsara's suffering and the cause of suffering, true cause of no. And can you imagine? So yourself continuously only creating cause of suffering, and only result only suffering. Continuously taking birth, suffer in samsara, taking birth continuously. What can I imagine? So can you imagine the eating this one plate of rice? Can you imagine numberless Indians died, killed, suffered for this poetry rice? Oh. Then yourself, not talking about benefiting others, no, even you for yourself. Can you imagine? So this is completely silly. This is so sad. Very sad. There's no more sad than this. So that's why I said, thank you very much for you. Same reason is that. You understand? Has very, very deep reason. Like this. So now same vegetable, water, there are many creatures in the water. And you have to boil, they have to die on this. So all the time like this. When you go by car, so many beings get killed. You have no choice. You can't. Otherwise, you can drive a car. You can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere. You can't eat anything. You can't drink anything. You see? Because any comfort, you can't live. You can't survive. So anyway, to just even survive, so many the sentient beings, as some basic example, die, suffer, for our comfort, happiness, for our survival, so much suffer there, die there. So, can you imagine like that? So now you understand why so important this life. Must not waste. Must not waste. You must make it the essence must makes most as beneficial to others and livings. So, small one, happiness of this life to cause others. What do you want? On top of that, happiness of future lives to cause. Long run happiness cause through Dharma. Otherwise not. Oh, then the ultimate happiness cause liberation from samsara. Ultimate happiness. Then cause full enlightenment, peerless happiness. Dharma, peerless happiness. All of it. So, so of course, that's the ultimate, that's the best. This is what needed. So there's different levels of benefit. There's different levels of benefit to others. You can help, cause this. So essence, the very essence is then make your life best use to free others from suffering, to achieve happiness as much as possible. So that's why we need education. That's why we need Dharma education. That's why we need Dharma education. If you don't know Dharma, you know nothing. By not opening mind to Dharma, you would know all this happiness. Many different levels of happiness. No idea. Completely, only this life happiness. That's it. Nothing else. So, that becomes some other animals, so, the same thing. So, kind of, that nothing higher than them. So become very sad. Yeah. So going back to my. So here I talked about kindness to others just right earlier, and then why we need to live the life, where we need to live the life, benefit others. Benefit others. So I just want to say, when you live your life benefit others, it naturally benefits yourself. Best way. Best. That's why Lama always said, if you want to live selfish attitude, be the intelligent selfish life. Selfish. Be intelligent selfish. Intelligent selfish. Or that means hey, that means they see motivation same. That means motivation same. Thinking you are happiness, motivation same. But your action benefits others. But your action benefits others. No, it's not pure. Your motivation is not pure. Your action benefits others, but not harm. At least what is contained, harm to others is stopped. You are benefiting others, but your motivation is over yourself. So his own does be intelligent service. It means intelligent service. So yeah, I'm saying, yeah. Anyway, so Dina go to the me. Dina chikader to the to go to my no, yeah, I make it sure. So I'll say this again. Yeah. Now the second thing is belief. First, hallucination. Second, believing this is real. The hallucination is real eye, real action, real, everything real. Sometimes even. So this concept, this inner holding as real, or this is very rude or sometimes. Or the holding the against not malleable, but truly existent, totally. Or this is root of samsara, root of our sufferings. It's true. So realizing empty, realizing. So I was saying before. So you come the meditators, those successful meditators, and then they see although the intensive continual purification practice, intensive continual the collecting excellent merit, the continual devotion, strong Guru devotion, there's receiving blessing of the Guru in the heart. Receiving blessing of the Guru in the heart. Due to this, then due to the karma, the past lives, past lives, the imprint, past having studied teachings on emptiness, right view, heard the teachings on emptiness from Lama, things like that, imprint left the past. So you also do that. So it is said by one great Lama, I don't remember. He finished studying with the extensive Buddhist philosophy, the 5 major sutras and tantras, I forgot. The first Haramba was the professors. They are in Tibet. Then went to the mountains to actualize the path, full path to the enlightenment, Lamrim. Integrate it all into Lamrim, then practice. So I don't remember now his name. So he came to India and select. The disciples he select, and then he led a group of meditators actualizing path in Dalhousie. Dalhousie is near Dharamsala. Near Dharamsala, where his lives, where his residence is, where his residence is. Dalhousie. His name is Usually I remember this tree, I forgot his name. What? Killer, but near oh, two Jones. Two children, but one very high Lama. Oh, then he achieved tantra part. The second stage, first stage, general stage, second stage, complete stage, 5. Then they achieved the Kalat, his body, achieved the part of marriage, the preparation, part of preparation, he achieved that, and then great Bodhisattva. So yeah, I like that. So what's going to say? Oh, he said, those who have much imprint, no difficult to realize emptiness. Now he mentioned from his experience. Those who have much imprint. So therefore, understand. Very important to hear the teachings of emptiness. If you don't understand, to listen, even to receive rooms, and to read, even you don't understand. To leave imprint as much as possible. To get the room, or to listen, or to read, very important. Even you don't understand, even you don't receive explanation. That doesn't matter. To leave imprint on your mind as much as possible. That's very important. So, generally, not only teaching on emptiness, but any teaching, the same. So, more imprint you leave in mind, that later realization, understanding meaning, words, and realization that you have much imprint left in the mind. So, okay. So yeah, that's right. So then there's when you realize, emptiness, then there's no hallucination mind. The believe there's a true existence. I, believe it wouldn't be that belief what you had before wouldn't be now there. The appearance, hallucination is there, but strong belief is there. Then there's direct perception and the emptiness. The more you develop direct perception, emptiness, when you achieve higher part, the third one, rising part, third one, there's the part of merit, part of preparation, then the rising part. When you achieve that, then there's rising hasa. There's a direct perception, emptiness. Then like that. Then with with that, with continuation that, then able to remove completely the seed of delusion, seed of ignorance, seed of delusion. Then, when it completely removed, then you achieve nirvana, soulless state. That ultimate happiness, soulless state. And then by generating bodhicitta, with the soul bodhicitta, collecting extensive marriage, then you are able to say, there you have realized emptiness, and then with the bodhicitta, collect extensive extensive marriage, and then you achieve your body become spiritual body, no suffering. Your body becomes spiritual body. Like that. Then no suffering. Yeah. No previous suffering. Then when you achieve Arya Bodhisattva, you have no Papa Jidan God, not Jawa Zenibans. The Arya beings suffering about suffering old age, abandoned completely. So then, you not only you remove, if you happen to remove gross delusion before, then here now Mahayana path, you remove that. Also the subtle departments you remove. Shady obscuration of pulling the mind, you remove. The path becomes understood that. The direct perception emptiness with bodhicitta. Then you completely remove. Then you are able to completely through that completely remove the subtle imprint, subtle negative imprint, the shady. They completely remove that. And they say there's 80 bhumis, other there's 10 bhumis. From the after you achieve the third rising path, 10 bhumis. So the 8 after 8, then we achieved 8 bhumis, then completely remove this gross defilements. If we haven't abandoned that, we actualize mind path. Then that's then completely remove. Then subtle defilements. Then the 9th, the 9th, 10th of the subtle department, the remedy of that subtle department, and then you remove it. Then become then achieve full enlightenment. So only the hallucination that we have, or the only that when you achieve enlightenment, the subtle negative imprint which project hallucination is subtle negative is completely purified, so there is no projection. The Buddha has no projection. Buddha has no hallucination. So like that. So the so like this, I mention this again. So the first of all, the aggregates, you see, total aggregates. Total aggregates. But depending on aggregates, there. Then you see And depending, because I get fire gas, as I mentioned before, because it exists, exists and depending on function what it does. Then you see, once the mind middle level I, once the mind middle level I. Mind middle level I. Or then once the mind middle level, the I is middle level. Middle level. But not aware. But not aware, middle level. Middle level, not aware, middle level. So the next second, it appears truly exists. Next second, it appeared, because the imprint in the mind from past ignorance, led from past ignorance, so the I, which is middle-level, appeared back to you, and appeared to real I, true existence, as I mentioned before. Okay, now third, then you believe it. This is realistic, real I, believe. Oh, third, that one root of samsara. Third, that concept. Then become root of samsara, root of your suffering. So, yeah. Then from that, then the ignorance, then the other ignorance rises, the attachment and so forth, the karma action rises, then. Then as the motive, then there's the imprint on the continued mind, leave imprint. Then is the then it bring that imprint bring future birth, yeah, future birth, yeah. So the hell goes animal. Human beings also different, according to what kind of karma. What kind of karma? Then is when that different future birth. Other than then, so they like this. You see. So here, so I want to mention this, so you can see the importance of taking Refuge, okay? So like this, we've been dying, we've been reincarnating, dying, suffering, dying in the 6 realms from beginningless rebirth up to now. Okay? And so if we do not, by learning, by practicing Dharma, by actualizing, realizing the renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness, in this life, if you don't do that, then you see, then because if you don't do that, then as I explained before, if you don't develop the path, the mind, then you see, we will experience suffering samsara endlessly. Like from beginning to birth, we are suffering, we will endlessly suffer. Also like this. Not just that we can't benefit others and not just that, but yourself continues to suffer, unbelievable oceans of suffering. Okay? So So even with not one day, within 1 hour, within 1 hour, if we don't live our life in meditation, what happens is then within 1 hour, they say, then with the ignorance, then those delusions and the karma, the imprint on the mind, and even within 1 hour, so many times, we created 12 dependent related limb. So much we created within 1 hour. So like this, we finished it before 12 linga of this human body. In the past, ignorance and the craving, grasping, three delusions rising already. And the true actions, karmic formation and the karma, the becoming, after craving, becoming. So making the imprint, the karmic seed was planted on the mind by the ignorance and the karma. Now making more ready, procrastinate, making more ready to experience the future birth. So three delusions and two actions finished of the from children of this human body was done. So now the seven results we already experienced the name, the form, and all the six bases and contact feelings, and those who have gone through that. Then birth and done. Now only what's left, one is death. Death, old age is after birth is now only one thing left is death. So while we are going through 12 links, so even with our to start many 12 links, so like this. So we are caught in the prison of samsara. So kind of numberless. While we experience one 12 link of this human, while we experience this, even within 1 hour, so many were involved in that. 12 different start so many, can you imagine? So like that, days, weeks, months, years, so like this, we caught in the so many prisons, some of that. If we are not in meditation, in daily life, if our mind is not abide in meditation like this, the meditation, particularly here, the emptiness. So as I mentioned before, the ignorance and the magician person, and then the imprint is like the material that you use, and then or the hallucination project, the hallucination, illusion that project you, illusion, the true illusion project you. So it's the form, when you see form like that, when you hear sound like that, smell like that, taste like that, tangible like that, all the many, all the complete, everything completely wrong. Completely false, all that like that. You see, so that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. In the busy life, or in the very busy life, when the meditation, on the meditation is Yes, meditation is the to be aware of this illusion, this the imagine patient, this illusion, what affects you. Then, to practice mindfulness. There's all this illusion. You see, very busy life, but practice mindfulness. Everything looking at everything illusion. So therefore, grasping everything action of the true action doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Also that that helps. Say practicing Dharma, meditation, emptiness. So open it to them, to the so that helps. To say open it to that. Then gradually help that constantly regular suffering. To happen that. So the meditation, renunciation, bodhicitta, the right view, so like that. The example, the one example of meditation like this. Yeah. Then yeah. Okay. So now, to be free from the samsara suffering. I didn't go through suffering, change, prepare suffering. So you must have gone through that. So to be free forever from this, then one must be free from true cause suffering, karma and diligence. Okay? Yeah. So now then the root and taking refuge. Please do 3-part session. Please. 3-part session to the Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, and then 3-part session the Lama who gives refuge. Okay.